Hi everyone, we're going to solve the quadratic equations by graphing and factoring, and these are the three different scenarios that can occur. When you're solving, what they're looking for, what they're asking for are what are the x-intercepts, and they'll either say solve or find the x-intercepts or find the roots or solutions. They all mean the same thing. So this first scenario, we have two solutions because it crosses the x-axis 2 times. And I went ahead and took the liberty of graphing this. So in this case, in this equation, it only touches here. So that means it's only one solution. And for this one, it means no real solutions. No real solutions mean that your answers are going to have eyes in them. We're not going to get into that on this video. We'll get into that a little later, but you usually have to use quadratic formula for that. So we're going to, instead of graphing like with the x and y, the x-intercept as negative b over 2a, we're going to go ahead and just get started on factoring because we did enough of those graphing in the previous videos. So I have a few examples. I have this one, and the first thing I'm going to do is factor this. So we have f of x, and you should know how to factor and word to the y's. This factoring doesn't go away. You're going to use it in Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Pre-Cal, and constantly you need to know factoring. So make sure you get your factoring skills down. So basically I'm going to factor this. I have an XX. My bigger number is negative, so this is positive. So I'm going to have plus 5 and negative 1. And so my solutions are, if you set this to 0, when y is 0, what is x? So that means when y is 0, let me just do this real quick. So you set each piece to 0. So when y is 0, x is negative 5. I just solved for x. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And I'm going to do this one too. 0 equals x minus 1. So x is 1 when y is 0. So that's negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. That means my midpoint between these two, negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4, so it's going to be negative 2. This opens up, and my vertex is going to be at, I have to plug in negative 2. So my vertex is at negative 2, comma, so negative 2 squared, this equals your y, minus 8 minus 5, so it's before minus 13 is negative 7, right? No, 8, negative 8. So we're down here, and then you just graph it. Opens up because this is positive here. And we had two solutions, and there you go. And I didn't have room to go up because I wrote on there. Okay, the next one is here. It opens up. And this next one, we're going to factor here. So this equals x minus 4 times x plus 3. So that yields a negative 1. That means my solutions are 4, 0, and negative 3, 0. So we have 4, 0, and negative 3. 1, 2, 3. We add these up and divide by 2 to get the vertex. So 4 plus a negative 3 over 2 gives me 1/2. So 1/2 is my axis of symmetry. All right, now I'm going to plug in 1/2. So f of 1/2 equals 1/2 squared minus 1/2 minus 12, just 1/4, minus 2/4 minus 24/4, 24/2. Oops, not 24, it's what? Should be 48. Alright, I'll put 48 there, because 48 over 4 is negative 12. So that's negative 50 plus 1 is negative 49/4. So we have 1/2 and negative 49/4. Okay, so that's going to be, it's 4 goes into that, 1, 2, 12 times. I don't have enough room on here, but it's way down here somewhere, so I'm going to put it down here. My y-intercept is negative 12, so I'll just make that there. And so it goes through there. I'm going to graph up, and it's something like that. It opens up because my a is positive. The next one we have, this is x, is x minus 6, x plus 1. So that's your f of x. So your solutions are 6, 0, 6 comma 0, and negative 1 comma 0. So negative 1, and then we're going to go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then we have to add these two. 6 minus 1 over 2 gives you 5/2, which is 2.5, which is about right here. Whoops. I cannot draw a straight line. Okay, now, so we have 5/2, and we're going to plug that in. 5/2 squared minus 5 times 5/2 minus 6, which is 25 over 4 minus 25 over 2 minus 6. And this is going to open up. So this is 25 over 4 minus 50 over 4 minus 24 over 4. So that's going to give me negative 49/4, which is bigger than 12 again. So it's down here somewhere. My y-intercept is negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, it's just that. So it's something like that. Opens up. And I had two solutions here. Okay. And here's another one. We have x 5 and 2. So it's going to be plus 5. X minus 2. So we have negative 5 comma 0. 2 comma 0. So 2 is here, negative 5 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The midpoint is negative 5 plus 2 over 2, which is negative 3 over 2, which is negative 1.5, which is about here. This opens up. All right, so we have negative 3/2. We have to plug it in. Again, if you're using a calculator, you can use that to find it. And that's negative, it's positive 9 over 4 plus 9 over 2 minus 10, which is 9 over 4 plus 18 over 4 minus 40 over 4, which gives us, that's 27, so that'll be 13, negative 13 over 4, which is about here. So, did I do this right? Negative 13 or negative 23? It's probably negative 23. And then my y-intercept is negative 10, so it's way down here. But anyway, so something like this, and you graph it, and there you go. Okay, the next one we have negative. So what I'm going to do is pull out the negative here and then factor. We know this is going to open down. So we have an x minus 9 and x plus 1. So our solutions are at 1 and negative 1 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is f of x equals, so negative 9 plus 1 is negative, 9 minus 1 is 8 divided by 2. So we have 9 minus 1 over 2 equals 4. So that's our 2, 3, 4 axis of symmetry. Our y-intercept's at 9. And let's plug in 4 here. So we have negative 4 squared. I'm plugging it back into the original. Plus 32 plus 9. So this is negative 16 plus 32 is 16 plus 9. So we got 4 and plus 9. So 16 plus 9 is 25. And it's way up here somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of move this down and kind of go proportional here. Let's just say it's right up there. It's going to open down because it's negative. And you had two solutions here, right here and right there. Our two solutions were 9, 0 and negative 1, 0 if you want the solutions. And that is all. The next thing we're going to do is use square roots to solve quadratic equations. Have a nice day.